Hello, everybody, and welcome back to A Mortician's Tale. Now, if you remember, I've done two videos on this already, a part 1 and a part 2, and now we're doing part 3. And my email won't shut the fuck up. I know I have an email, thank you. Oh, I said a naughty word. Oh no. Anywho, if you don't remember last time, we ended off on a very particular topic of what to do in the means of suicide when somebody asks in their suicide note, their final will, as you would say, to be buried in a certain way, but the family believes they should be buried in another. And we didn't really go that much into the topic of it because I never really do, because I continue on with the game. But that's where we ended off. That's the last person we did. Also, if you don't understand what the fuck's going on, basically A Mortician's Tale is a game about being a mortician, as obviously you can see on the screen. This has been a lovely little game. I love it, and I'm going to keep playing it. And so I'm probably going to play this and record it till I'm fucking finished. So let's read our email, shall we? Ha. Precious little email. From Chad Grant. Who the fuck are you? We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. It's these guys, the bigwigs. There will be another institution among hundreds of other properties owned across the country. But of course, as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprise Inc. culture, there will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out a memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on, Chad Grant, CEO and Managing Funeral Director. Oh, Matthew Jeffrey, my boy. Oh, can I just say, first of all, this is bullcrap. Ugh. Knowing how these corporations run, I want to be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your businesses for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in and now we have to deal with their BS practices? They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam. And emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. Matthew J., Funeral Director. P.S. If you're reading this Hillside Overlord, good. Stick it to the man! Break the law! Breaking the law! Breaking the law! Sorry. Sorry. Anyways, let's continue. Jen Love. What is this? You're invited to attend a death cafe. Come increase awareness to death with a view of helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of the Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday." Death Cafe. Interesting. Can't really write much right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an inguinal hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection. And you can even see this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you the link when we have it cataloged. What is my life? What is the sentence I just typed? But anyways, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figured you'd be into it. Might help with that feeling of resentlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk with some of the things you're feeling. Lots of death-positive people there. Sounds like it'd be a safe space. Different funeral traditions. Okay, let's read this from Funerals Monthly. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But, and I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures and different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths of dealing with a death, but the goal is almost always the same: offering support. Guidance and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after someone has passed. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shomer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begins as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religion focused. And the odds in South Africa. How did I read South Africa from South Korea? Bruh. South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black called death beads. This also occurs in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains are much more common in South Korea because of the space issue and graveyards and the expenses of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever hear of the turning of the bones or Famadihana, a ritual of the Malagasy people of Madagascar? Malagasy? Famadihana. As families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music. This practice is a celebration, remembrance of the way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean that there isn't beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. Very true. Alright, Chad Grant. Leia Ionesco. Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Thank you, Leia. Charlotte, below are the details of our next client. Ensure that you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you are done, I'll review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. I'll get right to it, Mr. Grant, you fucking Chad. Prepare Mrs. Ian's body room. Watch and place it. Yep, got it. Oh, excuse me. This is, like I said in the other games, by the way. Like, not other games, but the other parts, the 2 other episodes before this game has been proven very easy right now. Not much of a challenge, I do say. Alright, let's put the bone, oh, I have to place the urn underneath it, okay. The gravity of the bones is very weird to me. Put the urn back on the counter. Wait, Matthew's doing it now instead of Amy. Oh, sad. Not poggers. Let's talk to this married couple over here. Should we do a vigil at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. That's a terrible way to go. She was always so careful, wore her helmet, signaled, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Have you heard what's happening to the driver? No, I haven't asked Leia. This has been so hard enough on them. Without asking about the legal ramifications, all of this. Yeah, after all, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Oh, so they were a couple. Okay. Learning more about this. I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No, thanks, I mean, but no. I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have. Yeah, she was kind of a closed book, except to you. Yeah, she was special. That is sad. So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it seeing her body. I doubt they would have done an open casket. If I'm being totally honest, gamer. Alright, the next day. I didn't read I haven't been reading the days. I'm a dumbass. Alright. Okay, yes, I got it. I have an email. Give me a break. From Matthew Jeffrey. Oh god, Chad, what a Chad. Hello, as stated in the previous email, here are the new rules and code of conduct I expect you to follow from now on while on any premises belonging to Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. First and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code from now on. Second most importantly to this is that there are no tattoos to be visible. If you have visible tattoos, ensure they are properly covered and hidden. I hate that rule. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell, i.e. always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase our premium sandwich and appetizer food pack. Our partner catering concepts provides high quality food that will be delivered weekly from the factory and can easily be defrosted the morning of the funeral. I expect all of the above changes to be instituted effective immediately to ensure a smooth transition into the high quality services Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. is known for. I do not like this company. My boy Matthew Jeffy. Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work. P.S. I really want mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry, and no, I will not say hangry. Ever. A man after my own heart. Oh, Matthew Jeffrey, marry me now. Put the ring on my finger. Boy. Also, I did that on my middle finger, not my ring finger. Damn. I really be out here making a fool of myself. So, okay, anyways, on to the next email. Hello, Charlotte. I reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. can and will perform green burials. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals as they are not cost-effective. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers, though, so do try our hardest to convince the families requesting green burials to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming caskets involved instead. I trust you will ensure to not lose any customers, Charlotte. I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs like a human being, Charlie. A human being. We as a species have seen the beginning of our end. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Dr. Zeus! Hillside Heritage. Rose and Daughters is the newest funeral home to be joining Hillside Heritage, proudly serving 56 different communities nationwide since 1964. Rose and Daughters features several available packages for burials and cremations, a spacious visitation suite for added comfort, and catering available on site. Rely on our dedicated and friendly staff to help you with your funeral needs, whether you need our immediate assistance for a loved one or would like to pre-plan your own final arrangements. We offer many packages fitted to suit every size of gathering and budget. Ask us about our selection of caskets, urns, and headstones, the largest in the country. Bronze funeral package, an intimate gathering and memorial for your loved one, customized to fit your individual needs, best suited for groups of 25 to 50. Silver funeral package, a small but special celebration for your loved one, best suited for groups of 50 to 100. A gold funeral package, give your loved one the best and the best we have to offer. A large gathering to celebrate your loved one, best suited for groups over 100. Subject to additional fees. Literally just a money grab. Alright, funerals monthly. What do you have to say? A long email? I hope fucking not. The appeal of a home funeral is apparent for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The idea of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried or cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Many families aren't given the option and assume this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming and other methods and make them appear more alive, but isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a longer period of time with their loved ones' bodies, which can help them mourn or give opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they are taken to be buried or cremated. Excuse me. The idea of keeping the deceased body at home might sound gross, but it is important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved ones and to see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. Home funerals aren't just more intimate, but they are economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service, flower cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upward of $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved ones yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, the only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation and burial itself. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on what state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require a funeral director's involvement, from signing the death certificate to overseeing burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book, but just know that this may be an option available to you and your loved ones if you choose. To Charlotte. Charlotte, I'm proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us. As I'm sure you don't need to explain to you, Charlotte, although Hillside's Heritage Enterprises Inc. is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as more cost-efficient than the two options. The first unclaimed body we'll be handing belongs to a middle-aged man and possibly homeless, whose body has yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation. I do not like the evolution that we have evolved into. I just realized I did not say, I'll take care of it. Sir, I do not know what your name is, but it is sad that you have passed. And it's time to take care of your body with respect and... Do you seem to have any valuables on him that would damage us during cremation, so let's just worry about putting his identification tag into the body with him. This gentleman is all set to be cremated now. It's sad, having an unclaimed body. Doesn't even get a special urn. I wonder, can I throw it? I can! Okay, that was a little unorthodox of me, but... Oh, nobody's gonna be there, is there? Nobody's gonna be there, is it? Nobody's here. Oh. That's sad. That's really sad. I would hate it, you know? I've never been one to think that I really want like a funeral. I've always felt like my body felt much better going to like a body farm so it can be like practiced on or whatever for like forensic students or something like that for science, you know? For science. But I imagine that somebody I care about would still put on some sort of funeral for me, even though I don't have a body still. Some sort of something, you know? But if I'd had that, but nobody arrived, if I was an unclaimed body and nobody arrived at my funeral, that's just heartbreaking to me. For anybody. Having nobody arrive to their funeral to wish them off before they go off to wherever they go. That's really sad. I think... let's do another one. Let's do another day. Other this day, though. April 9th, 10:19 a.m. Oh, I have another ML. Alright. Time to read my ML. Latest contract acquisition. Hospital. Register a business. Oh! Charlie, go! Articles of incorporation. The applicant must file... Oh, it's just business stuff. Yay, good for you, Charlie. We are thrilled to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises, Inc. subsidiary Roses and Daughters just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us access to all of the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. We're excited for the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 10,000 patients and receives over $15 million in funding and donations annually. There will be no doubt be a boon for Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. bright and sustained future. Charlie, for my boy, the love of my life, Matthew Jeffrey. Charlie, it's official. I've put in my 2 weeks notice. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101. My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself. But you, I am worried about. You are too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about these people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? Matthew J., Funeral Director, Rose and Daughters Funeral Home. P.S. I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. From Jen Love. I kissed her. Oh, this is going to be a cute little read. Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation of Wild Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried that you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name's Lily, and she's super death positive and isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into it like the last dude I saw. Jason? Michael? God, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She totally gets what I mean when I say working with death and spending too much time thinking about death actually makes me happier. It makes everything also feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento Mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. Hey, unos honest, memento mori. Little joke for you. We just clicked feels good. Fun and affirming, like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. Then maybe I'll kiss her on top of the Ferris wheel. Be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know, you have my support 100%, no matter what you decide. Water everywhere, not a drop to drink. From Funerals Monthly. We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide. Or perhaps, more commonly, resumation, its technical name, though it's actually alkaline hydrolysis. Hydrolysis? Whatever we want to call it. It's here and it's environmentally friendly, alternative to a traditional cremation. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know the traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment. The high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect may be being the chief one amongst them. The water cremation is an alternative method available for eco-conscious amongst. How does it work? Basically, it's a water-spaced chemical process that uses really strong alkali and water heated up very high, about 350 Fahrenheit degrees. It basically works like a sped up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets up through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places it became legal around the end of the first decade of the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary. I agree. Dear Mr. Grant, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would prefer to host a home funeral for ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. We don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Thanks. Coffee, Dimka. Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package, not for you to decide, Chad. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one last final time as she was. Beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this difficult time a lot easier for you. Dear Mr. Grant, okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Best coffee, Dimka. Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose the sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. This is a part of your job. Fuck off, Chadley. You fucking... I believe we understand my opinions on this Chad character, and we shall not delve further into them, because I will say some rather nasty things about his character. Defamation is against the law, after all. Yes, let's start by cleaning the body. Hello, Mrs. Dimka. I still do not like that sound. Put cotton balls into mouth. Zip it up. Miss Dimka, you were very beautiful while you were alive. I don't know if why am I moisturizing the body when she has a towel? Okay, you know what? Let's not question it. I'm assuming that she lifted the towel up. She is. All right. Let's put that there. Put that there. Put that there. And then let's turn on the embalming machine. Would you have to massage her breasts as well? I mean, I guess you would have to, because there are muscles there. I guess I didn't think about that, because guys do this thing too. Isn't this a mostly male profession? Being a mortician, right? Or am I wrong in that thought? Yay. Don't worry, Miss Dimka. I don't think I could be a mortician, though. I do not believe I could be. Well done. Mike will take care of Mrs. Dimka's makeup and such. Time to go through the grieving process. Let's talk to these lovely people over here first. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? You're always hungry. That's a weird thing to be feeling at a funeral. Hungry. It's so cold in here. I think the air conditioning's on too high. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. It would be good to stretch out my legs. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what the Chad guy said seemed right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. I wish I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Me too. This game has a feeling in it. It feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh, hey, what did you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show is so good. I saw the video of the one kid actor doing karate. Time to pay my respects to the miss. So goodbye, Miss Dimka. Have a good send-off. Anyways, the Chad worthy man, the Chadley, the Chadster, basically is an asshole. You aren't surprised, neither am I. Basically convinced this guy, instead of having a funeral at home, basically letting us host a funeral for his wife at home. Basically upsold the shit out of this man and made him believe that he was doing something wrong by not letting his wife come in and be, you know, the thing. Being buried, or not being buried, but hosting a funeral at her home so she can be surrounded by her friends and loved ones at her home, and then be buried. Be surrounded by her loved ones at home and then be buried later, right? And yeah, basically, I'm starting to not like this Chad character. He is a dingleberry. Dingleberries are bad. August 30th, 9 a.m. Pretty early. Music's changed. We're in a different place. Charlie, dear, I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there's anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm always happy to help. Magnolia Forest, funeral home and natural burial park. Magnolia Forest, named after the magnolia trees that surround the funeral home, specializes in at-home funerals and green burials in our natural burial park. Our goal is to empower families and encourage them to have a closer relationship with death and the dying process. The death of a loved one can be confusing and sometimes traumatic time, and we want you to feel fully involved with your loved one's death care decisions. Whether you're looking to care for your loved one from the comfort of your own home, be present during their cremation, or bury them in our natural cemetery, Magnolia Forest is here to work with you and provide these simple but intimate and meaningful options. Our natural burial park allows the body to return to the earth and recycle naturally. It is intended as an environmentally sustainable alternative to existing funeral practices. Our park has room for bodies of all sizes and ages, as well as beloved pets. Families also have the option to bury their loved ones themselves if they so choose. We believe in being transparent about our prices and practices. We are happy to explain all of our prices, work within your budget, and hope to make you feel comfortable and confident in your decision. Let us know if we can answer any of your questions. Funeral 1,000, all inclusive. Green burial and service 200 for adults, all inclusive. Infants are buried at no charge. We can provide a 3x3 plot to help opening and closing the grave. That is good. Direct cremation, $600, all inclusive. You'll never believe what job I'm working now. Open this email to find out. Hey, Charlie, when I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering, it was sympathizing, and I respectfully disagree. And thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I'm now working as a, wait for it, bus driver. A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe it? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I didn't know how else to tell you. For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me. But I don't know why. You've never been a judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are ways to deal with than children. Screaming children, might I add? I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and always being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. Be seeing ya. Congratulations on your new business. Charlie, I'm so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you, seriously. I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase. But you stuck through it all like a champ. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying not to be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for a visit. And check out your new space. Always, Jen Love. P.S. Have you heard about the green burial pods? When I find the link in my 1 million tabs, I'll shoot it over to you. Dear Charlie, today is the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and your work. You've made it today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Aline Hansen. I'll see you soon. Got our own business. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much, but thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. You're welcome, ma'am. Anyways, I think we're ready to get started now. Is this the end of the game? That was a short game. I really liked it. That was a really good game. Oh. This game gave me feelings. It was a really good game. Really, a lot of emotion was put into it. And it looks pretty good. It wasn't the best looking game, but in my opinion, sometimes the best games are the ones that are really simple looking. And this song, made by using the Unity engine, and is that Fmod? Made possible with the support of the Ontario Arts Council. See, this game was made in Canada. I'm so fucking smart. In memory of Elaine D'Arienzo, Emile Engelman, and Camille Collett. I couldn't read the last one because I thank you for playing. Fucking of course. I loved this game. I would recommend this game to a lot of people. Oh. This game was really, really good. I liked it. Alright. So, now I'm gonna have to do some weird things. Because I didn't realize how... I thought this game would be a little bit longer. So, you might notice a weird cut in between this video and the last one. But that's okay. This game is really good. I really enjoyed playing it. I really enjoyed playing it so you guys could watch me play it. And honestly, if you haven't played it yourself, go play the game. It was a really beautiful game. Really made... I know I keep saying this, but my heart, it beats. And I'm really happy that I played this game. And I would recommend this game to everybody. It's a short, simple, and sweet little game. And, well, let's be honest. I sat here in a full recording session and recorded this all, and it took me about an hour and 20 minutes, I'd say. Maybe not even then, maybe just an hour. And it's just, I don't know how much it costs, but it was a really good game, and I recommend it for everybody. And I want to say thank you for coming along with me on this journey. And if you haven't already, maybe like and subscribe for more content like this. And even if you don't, well, I'm still gonna make content anyways. I have a Twitter. Go and follow my Twitter. You know, because I stream also on Twitch, bad_in_plaid, kind of like my YouTube, but I'll put it in the description. This is not important. I'll put it in the description. Anyways, like I said, really the most important thing is for you being here and giving and watching my video. So thank you for stopping by. And this was a Mortician's Tale. Love you all.